What's up, Honors World Literature? It is I, your teacher, Coach Hall, here out in one splendid sun as I figured I would change it up today. So I don't know, maybe this works, maybe this doesn't work, but this is an undisclosed location, but outside an undisclosed location. Believe it or not, I do get outside every once in a while. And yeah, maybe I'm beginning to burn a little bit already, but I think I'll be okay. Just want to talk to you guys real quick. Chapters 13, 14, 15, and 16 are what we are working on right now. Those questions have been posted for you. That's yesterday's assignment and today's assignment. So hopefully today and tomorrow you're going to be finishing up this section of reading. We're going to kind of finish part one. I know on the blog I said I wanted to finish part one with you today, but I figured today we would talk about 13 and 14 just in case, because I want to focus today on Mariam's pregnancy. Congratulations! Chapter 13, Mariam gets pregnant, and man, this is awesome for her. Because remember, Mariam's excited because she never really had a family. She had her mom, and as we've discussed before, I wouldn't exactly call it the healthiest of relationships. Her mom was good for her, but I mean, think about how that relationship ended. I mean, so, 15 years like that, there's some good memories there, but there's a lot of bad. So anyway, didn't have much of a father figure to speak of. Rashid has been the one male influence other than Mullah Fazula that she has had in her life, and that's her husband, Rashid. And Rashid's excited because he can finally have that son that doesn't die, hopefully, this time, basically. He has had a son before. I'm not sure if we've really talked about that much, but his son from his previous marriage died. So he's lost a wife and he has lost a son. And now he can have a boy, and he jinxes it hardcore all throughout chapter 13. They buy a little coat for the boy, and Rashid is working on a crib for the son. And look, right there, page 89, Mariam just says, "I'm going to be a mother. I'm going to be a mother," she said. Then she was laughing to herself and saying it over and over, relishing those words. And it wasn't just that she was excited about being a mommy. It was the fact that, man, I'm going to have something. I've never had anything. The closest she's had to anything is Rashid, her marriage with Rashid. And finally she's going to have this child in chapter 13. And as you know, if you've kept reading, Rashid takes her to a bathhouse to get cleaned up and to relax, get a good steam. Again, I won't walk you through the anatomy of it, but she starts bleeding, and they lose, I hate to say it, but hopefully you already know this, they lose the baby in chapter 13. So it starts out awesome. It's a great chapter and ends very sadly. Chapter 14, Rashid has buried a wife. Rashid has buried a son. He has no interest in mourning for this lost son of theirs. He's really more or less more intense about, or more interested in, getting pregnant again. Let's go again. And the doctor is like, no, it's not time yet. You have to wait. And if anything, he's frustrated by that. As soon as we lose the baby, I'm not going to mourn for the baby. I'm going to start anew with a new baby, with a new pregnancy. And for Mariam and for women in general, okay, it's just, it doesn't work like that. This is Mariam's child, and that's putting it lightly. There's a lot that this baby represents, and so it's very difficult for her in chapter 14. 14 isn't a very lengthy chapter. If anything, it just underscores the intensity between Rashid and how Rashid here in chapter 14, maybe for the first time, we're really getting a glimpse at who he really is and how he deals with adversity. And now we're starting to understand maybe why he was being so nice and patient with Mariam in the beginning, buttering her up so that this woman can provide for him a son. And if she is unable to do that, then the relationship could drastically change. And if you've read ahead to chapter 15, you know a little bit more about that. And so I encourage you guys to keep reading. Chapter 16, we meet a new character and we're in a new timeline. It should be known, I do want to say this, in chapter 15, take note of Mariam's age in each chapter. In chapter 15, it's April 1978. And the very first sentence is 1978, the year Mariam turned 19. So I just want you to kind of keep that in mind. Here she is 15, maybe approaching 16 in chapter 13 and 14. So again, girls of the class, imagine dealing with a miscarriage and a husband in his 40s, one who is impatient and does not understand, and the life that you've led, and to basically be the age you are right now. And that's what Mariam is dealing with. Be sure to get these questions in. Make sure you turn them in by 11:59 Sunday night. Some of you guys have been really good about getting those done. Hannah and Ashley, I got y'all's questions. Otherwise, you guys have been pretty quiet. Some interesting chapters here, and I encourage feedback, of course, in any form. You can always remind me. You can always email me. Let's check the email real quick before we sign off for the day. Nope. Got Ashley's stuff here. And then Caleb Thomas, 9 through 12 chapters. Yeah, that's about it. You guys have been kind of quiet, so maybe I hope I didn't give away too much in some of that other stuff we just talked about. So if I did, then that's just a good primer for you. If you haven't read those chapters, it kind of gives you a good primer for what you should be looking for in chapters 13 and 14. Me, I'm going to enjoy the sunshine a little bit more and then get back to work on a graduate school project that I've been doing today. Yes, even I have to have work done by Sunday night, but like some of you, I hate waiting until Sunday to turn in work. I like to get it in as soon as possible. So hopefully I can finish this thing today. Hopefully you've enjoyed the outside version of quarantine. I think we're on day 11 now. Hope you guys are doing well. Let me know what I can do. It's very quiet on my end. Haven't heard from you guys. You guys hear from me every day. I don't know. All right. See you tomorrow. Bye.